Namaste, everyone. It's wonderful to meet you all here and to connect. Today is going to be a day of much interest. I won't be here for much of the time that you will be spending with the beings that are my friends, that are your friends, your family. I've been only given about 15 minutes to say hello to all of you, and after that I am going to leave and make space for whoever will come in at that point. But in this moment I want to connect with all of you, and I want to open our hearts together and to remind ourselves that as we wake up in this special time on Earth, today being the 22nd of October 2011 already, that we are rapidly on our way to a changing time. A time that moves us, the human being, from a period of complexity to a period of stability. We have lived on this planet Earth for a very long time, in a period of human psyche, a period of, therefore, human chaos. I'm not one to say that chaos is right or chaos is wrong. All I will say is that human being, as it expanded, has moved into greater layers of complexity. And this complexity not only plays out on the outside of ourselves, it plays out mostly on the inside of a human being, and then gets projected to the outside world. Therefore, in this time that we exist in, it is our responsibility, all of our responsibilities, to silence the voice that sounds within, the voice that shares with us many thoughts a day, most thoughts of which you can only pick up a few every second, maybe about 60 thoughts every minute are actually shared consciously in the human brain. But as we all know, in those moments that you let yourself go, that you go into daydreaming, then a larger whole opens up, a whole of hundreds of thousands, uncountable thoughts that play out in our daily life, every minute. And these thoughts create worlds, as you all know. These worlds we exist in, even though we seem to exist only in one world, altogether. This world is a culmination of the world that gets created, the reality that gets created by each of you, 7 billion, some will say, I like to say 8 billion beings on this planet, all joining together in what appears to be a physical universe. But obviously we all know that the universe is not as physical as we think it is. Obviously we all know that you are here, and many like you are here on the planet today, to bring back the message of love, of joy, of freedom, of truth, and of life. And therefore now it becomes our responsibility, all of us here together, to take our own world, our own culmination of thought, that creates your universe, that creates your life. And to understand that we are going from a vibrational universe, which will be explained again later, to a tonal reality, a tonal universe, which also will be explained later. What I can say about it now is that vibrational reality is a back and forth reality between beings, ascending of frequency and the reception of frequency intermingles with each other throughout your entire field of experience at any given moment in time, and creates a vibrational realm that we have called reality. It is within that reality that chaos was born, as so many different beings all at once came together and decided what this world is. However, as we are now moving into tonal reality, we must take it upon ourselves to recognize the vibrational misalignments that happen between humans at any point in time, and to realign these vibrational realities until we meet up in one reality, the one that we are tonally creating. And this is going to be slightly, anyway, the topic that is going to be discussed by many of the beings that you will see here in this body today. I am Kwan Yin, and it is my honor to be guiding you through these hours that we will be sharing together. I am also very happy in name of beings such as Ikara, Kuthumi and Adamas, those three specifically, to see within the group that is here today familiar faces that have connected in the past. Not necessarily so much to myself, but to Ikara especially. And I look forward to sharing the journey of today with all of you. I know that this all sounds a little bit formal the way we sit here right now, but we will be solving that problem shortly, I am sure, after the first channeling that will be had in a few minutes from now. After that, we will ask you to move the chairs away, and we're going to go into a different sort of experience. Some of the things that you can expect next to all of the channeled work that will be presented is that all of you will be given chances to empower not only yourselves, but everyone else that is in the room here, and everyone else that will eventually connect to this work via the internet. We will work with you throughout the hours of this day to bring you ways to help you vibrationally line up with each other and to make that final jump that has been talked about for such a long time in all of these years of channelings, from the vibrational to the tonal realm. At the same time, a lot of energy will be spent today talking about life after ascension of all matter. An ascension of all matter could be a complicated term for some beings that are here today that may not have heard what this all means. But if you have been following the Mayan Calendar, and specifically the work of Carl Coleman and Barbara Ann Clow, two researchers on the Mayan Calendar that I will definitely recommend to all of you, then you will know that in the 6 or 5 days ahead, between the 22nd that we are in today and the 28th of October that is right ahead, a change is happening in the universe, and Imzaia has called this change Ascension of all matter. A lot of people get confused about this because they believe that Ascension of all matter and Ascension of self is the same thing, and it isn't. Very much a different thing. It is. However, Ascension of all matter is what is happening to the universe right now. And what it will do, the easiest way to explain to you right now, before the channelings that will go much deeper into it all today, the easiest way to explain what it will do is that it will take your mind and the mind of all humans alike, and animals and other life, out of its box. The box that we have labeled matrix, the box that we have labeled archetypical reality, fourth dimensional density and things like that. And it will open this box up, allowing you to step into the reality creation that you have been preparing yourselves for the longest time. I know that many of you here must have gone through quite some years of journeying, and sometimes you would not understand the journey, why you would be doing things, why you would be changing your lives, why you would be picking up the things that you would pick up while everyone else or many others around you throughout those years would not see the things that you would be experiencing, that you would intuitively know. And now, of course, the time has come, not so long ago, maybe since the beginning of this year, that so many around us are waking up. And not all are waking up to the same intensity of vibrational and energy, past life, etc. knowledge that you sit here with today. But many are waking up to the fact that this world can, will, and must undergo a change. This change is happening right now. As the 28th of October will come, and even though we can't pinpoint this to a Gregorian calendar date, but let's say this period and the whole period that is afterwards, humanity will stop being locked in to a square matrix together. Humanity will no longer pipe its mind through the one box that has kept all of your realities tied in together. Instead, the box that is matrix will move into each person's mind directly, meaning that you will be creating your own matrix at that point. No longer will you be experiencing the plugged-in version, if you want to call it like that. And that could sound scary to some, but I will tell you it is a good thing, because all it means is at that point you will have achieved as a species the vibrational power to fully create that which so far has been created for you. And as such, I come to the point of the work that is Imzaia, and specifically the work that Imzaia will start to do, starting today and following the 28th of October, as we will offer chances to anyone on earth to understand the duplication of the matrix inside of their minds, and therefore to teach humanity, and for humanity to teach itself and other races that are interdimensionally, of course, out there, how to break that box that at that point no longer is an external domination, but has become an internal, integrated whole. And that is what we will be doing today with all of you. Basically, as you leave here, we hope that you will have it within you to, in the coming 5 or 6 days, prepare for the grand shift that is ahead. Prepare for the knowledge that lives within at that point, that everyone you will see walking on earth after this major date will be creating the matrix from their own energy bubbles, and that therefore you can help humanity to step out of that box by simply showing them everything that you have been preparing for all of those years. Obviously, I am not the first being that has existed in this body. This body was born in 1976 to parents, and within it resided a being called David Dubier. That being underwent a journey, much like all of you, and in April of 2007 decided to leave the body, as some of you will have read, and most of you obviously will know, to make space for a being at that point called Yeshua, which you know in the form of the channel being Ikara. Ikara had a 2-year mission to prepare all of these things that you now know, all of these exercises that many of you now know, and of course have picked up in other places as well. It was my Kwan Yin's mission to come in afterwards to bridge the final gap, which, hey, has now been bridged. And we are sitting in the last stage of this matrix's evolution. I look forward, hopefully with many of you, to step into the time that is to come and to step out into the world and do the work that we came here to do.